everyone, and welcome to the Midnight Ride with Gray Man Prepping. I hope everybody's out there is doing fine and you're having a good day. Well, let's go up to the comments here. Well, I got 60 some odd comments showing, so I think everybody's pretty much talking to everybody else. So let's see how many we got going here. I do see, it's dropping now. It used to say up here in the corner, said 18, but now it's down to 14. So, all right. So first one in was Chef Tech, followed by his evil twin, Mad Chick Acres, followed by his dimensional twin, the Sofa Survivalist. Yeah, L Dog came in, who's 1351, and Frenchy Sandy, Geeky Gardens, Rebel Canners, Diana, Kaylin Strain. Everybody's chit-chatting back and forth here. And there's a lot of chit-chatting back and forth here. And Katie's in the house. All right. So, well, yeah, we got some interesting stuff going on. Oh, I almost forgot. Got to drop that down there. Yeah, come on, get that in. There we go. And let me go ahead and get things set up here. I got to clear off the side so I can see my all the fun stuff coming up here. So save, get this out of the way. Just do a little house cleaning here, folks, and get that out and bring up the news emails. So I got 19 emails. A lot sent in by you guys, so we're going to be going over that. Wait, what's Kaylin say? Seems to have moved out. Shut off my weather radio. Okay. Hey, Mark.
Hey. Well, I'm going to get an echo. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out which screen I have. Yep.
Let's see here. All right. First headline. Major airline faces collapse due to high fuel prices. So,
hold on. I'm working on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't hear the echo myself here, so seem to be doing okay. Let's see what we got here. I think that's Spirit. Yeah. So Spirit Airlines last year did some bankruptcy restructuring, and part of their restructuring was on the premise that the fuel rates for were going to stay the same. And of course, rising fuel prices have gone up, and Spirit Airlines is really taking a hit. Let me take a quick look inside here, and where was it at? So they've cut out a lot of places they were going to. So let's see, as I said, cut out Oakland. They cut out. Come on, where's the list of them here? All right. All right. Currently just Burbank, Los Angeles, and Orange County. So it's just Southern California only. It used to serve Oakland, Sacramento, San Jose, San Diego, and there are a couple others out of California because it's a California news thing. But yeah, they're looking like they may within the next 8 weeks here. Trying to look. Yeah, they could in the next week if they can't get another restructuring approved, just go out of business. So yeah, so Spirit Airlines may be going bye-bye.
That's the Spirit.
Yeah. I got several things. This next one, Mark sent me this one here from Virginia, and oh yeah, this is
yeah, all over the news.
Yeah. Minivan explodes after woman lights cigarette with leaking propane tank inside the minivan.
With the windows closed.
Yes.
But she lived. Nobody knows how.
And she didn't smell it. Which brings to mind my grandmother. My grandmother smoked so many cigarettes that in her late 70s and 80s, she'd lost all sense of smell practically. When she put on her rose scented, perfume, she put it on until she could smell it and chased everybody else out of the room. And so this lady, I'm guessing, it just sounds like if she couldn't smell the propane leaking, she'd lost her sense of smell from smoking. And when
she could have lost it from something else, but we won't go there.
Yeah, well, most likely, since and so when she went to light up another cigarette, boom. So do not put propane tanks inside of a car. All right.
If you must and have no choice, open all the windows and turn the fan on, so at least you'll smell something if it's circulating around the car and it'll vent.
And if you have an older, like a 60, even the 70s had it, early 70s, earlier car that had wind wings on them, flip them around. So it acts as a scoop and pulls all that fresh air through. All right, next one here. 83 California hospitals could face closure after federal Medicaid cuts to all the illegal aliens using the hospitals there in California. And it's also hospitals across the country, especially in New York, New Jersey, Minnesota, Oregon, Washington. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, all the ones. Give us all your illegals. They'll vote the proper way here. Anyways, yeah, so all the ones that are getting off of Medicaid and stuff, yeah, they're gonna, they're having problems. All right, next headline. Go through these fairly quick here, folks. Got 16 more to do. When e-bikes meet the law in California.
Oh, Jesus. Let's make a law on e-bikes now so we can charge them more money.
Yeah, and make limited them in their speed where they can drive. And Moon Over Miami pulled in, and what all they can do. Yeah, so they're fighting over safety, speed, accountability, and stuff, and trying to pass the correct law and taxes for them. However, now we're going to touch on a sore spot with the staff sergeant. Is the teenagers not on e-bikes, but on electric-powered scooters that go up as fast as 30 miles an hour. These stupid suckers. Now, have you seen some of the videos there out the front of the California house there, the new housing track going in that big steep road coming down, and it has a stop sign at the bottom where it hits the street, the main street there. These kids come flying down that, and when they make the turn there, they got maybe 1.5 feet between the curb and the fog line. And they come whipping around that corner all the way out to the center line before they can get back over because they're going so fast on their little e-scooters doing 35, 40 miles an hour down that hill. One of these days, it's going to be a person that's not going to be able to hit the brake hard enough, or they can't swerve over into the other lane because there's cars in the other lane coming the other direction. And yeah, my wife says, she goes, it's going to be bad because one of them comes down there because the cars like to speed on that section. It's 25 miles an hour, but they're doing 35 to 40 miles an hour on that section of the road. Oh, dude, this is our main thoroughfare. No, it's a 25 mile an hour because you got a daycare right there. Anyways, yeah, that's
but is it really a daycare?
Well, it's a daycare. It's a very good daycare. It's a very good daycare. A lot of kids, and they're always throwing the balls over the fence into our yard.
Oh,
and my wife throws it back, and the kids start screaming, "Yeah, balls!" Yeah.
So it's not a Leering Center.
No, it's not. It's a Montessori.
Gotcha. Montessori school. Yeah.
Yeah. This one I'm not going to go into. I'm just going to read the headline on it. Woman arrested at LAX for allegedly brokering sales of Iranian weapons.
Oh, she was arrested, allegedly.
No, allegedly brokering. She was arrested for brokering sales. Yeah. Duh. Yeah. There are more than a few people that would like to see the ones like that. Just oh, they're treason, they're traitors, and they put up a fight, and then we had to pop them.
Have you seen the list of all the fuel depots, refineries, all that stuff around the world that have been blown up, caught on fire? Have you seen that list yet, or no?
No, I haven't seen that list. I'm waiting for all the memes popping up. That's going to give me a full list of everything everywhere.
I'll get you a list.
All right, here we go. Democratic Representative Sheila Sherfulis / McCormick of Florida resigns amid ethics investigation.
Minutes before she was going to court.
Yeah. Now all we need to do is nail 487,000 others.
Just 390 of them.
Well, all the state ones too. All the ones in all the states.
Well, you got those,
yeah. Here's one for you. Polk County to install solar panels on jail. So they can lower the price of electricity they're using, and during a blackout, they can keep all the cameras up and running and all the electronics working on the electronic cell doors. Yeah.
Well, that's assuming they didn't get it from one of those companies that says, we'll put them on there for free and you can save money on your bill. And then when the power goes out, you still have no power because you can't hook those to your own batteries unless you do like Gil does and charge your batteries during the night and run it during the day.
The other thing is, though, they can't do that to government buildings. If a government building gets a solar panel, they got to be able to stand alone on the solar panel and use their power for their batteries and stuff. Yeah, that's the difference between being a government agency and being a lowly citizen serf. All right. Fatal snake bites are up. So far, the CDC has 2 fatal snake bites. Where annually they have 3 for the year. So 3 reported, but so there's been 2 fatal ones already. So be careful out there hiking because the snakes didn't have a bad winter in a lot of areas, and they had a lot more hatchlings than they did normally.
A lot of baby snakes, and baby snake bites are worse than adult snake bites.
Yeah, because they can't release. They grab on and they haven't.
Well, they're excitable. So when they grab on, they just keep biting. And meanwhile, the adult will bite and venom you and let go. The babies just stay on there, will pump more venom into you than an adult will. So a small snake has a higher likelihood of terminating you than an adult snake.
All right, here's one from Kaylin. Iowa Attorney General relaunches system that informs survivors of protective order status. In other words, if you get a restraining order against somebody, you're supposed to be able to find out the status of it and updates and stuff like that. well, a previous attorney general shut the system down because there were problems in it and didn't get it fixed. Don't know what happened to that money that was supposed to fix it under that other one. But anyways, the current one has gotten it relaunched and got it fixed, and it's up and running again. And so now people in Iowa can find out, what's going on with those that have restraining orders against, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, this is an unusual one. All right, I subscribe to an email service called My Federal Retirement. Anybody can subscribe to it, whether you're federal or not, because you get a lot of good information on it. I get about 3 or 4 emails a week on stuff on retirement seminars and all this other fun stuff for retiring, people. OPM, Office of Personnel Management for the federal government, wants to access your medical records.
Of course they do.
Lawmakers are screaming, no, no. However, this is where I can see who was editing this one at the My Federal Retirement. They said 10 Democratic senators are saying no, but they didn't count the 75 Republican representatives and senators that are screaming no as well. They only talked about the 10 Democrats that are saying no.
Look at us. We're for the people.
Yeah. And Tammy Harder's in the house. So, yeah. So if you've ever worked for the federal government in any capacity, you have anything through OPM, they're trying to get all your medical records so they can, and one of the things they're saying is possibility deny certain things because, oh, no, you don't get this because you have whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Pre-existing condition, whatever.
Not pre-existing. You're getting prescriptions for psychotropic, problems or whatever. Yeah. So anyways, all right. Next one here. Dozens of Department of Iowa Department of Management IT jobs are outsourced.
Of course they are, to India.
I was just going to try to do a quick Indian accent, but I just choked on it.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. There is nothing wrong with my accent. My name is Bob Smith. So please give me your social security number and your date of birth, please. Thank you. How was that? Was that good?
Not bad. All right, this next one from the let me get into this one. This is from the Iowa Public Radio left wing. Title this landlords warn GOP property tax plan would force rent hikes. And landlords are urging lawmakers to reject Iowa Senate proposal that would raise property tax for multifamily housing. But you go into the article and dig into it. Oh, wait a minute. The Democratic senators several years back gave them an exemption. And they're trying to say, oh, no, that exemption should never have been given. It needs to be an even playing field for multi and single family housing. And they go, oh, no, you're going to rent. Yeah. So, yeah, who's screaming on that one. Why? Because the Republicans are trying to make it an even playing field again on something that should never have been granted to this specific group of landlords. All right. Hang on. Hit the wrong button there. There we go. Back here. Boom. There we go. Fruit sold in California recalled over a certain concern. What do you think that concern is?
Salmonella.
You got it. Salmonella. And I can't remember which state. There are 4 states. Okay. And
that's what happens when you don't put porta potties in the fields.
All right, it's cantaloupe.
Oh, it's not getting married.
Yeah, the cantaloupes were sold by AYCO Farms, which initiated the recall on March 24th. On April 20th, the FDA upgraded the recall to Class 1. And cantaloupes were also distributed to, besides California, to Florida, Pennsylvania, and New York. So if you're in one of those states and you see California cantaloupe, don't buy it.
Rot on the vine.
Yeah, and just, if I go in, okay, I'm gonna show this really quick here. So this here are all the lot numbers, and you can find this online.
And we all know that when cantaloupes are born, they have a lot number in their skin.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So there was a lot of different, harvest lots. So they, so that's on that one. There's going to be several things on this one here. I'm just double checking, make sure. Okay. Virginia court on Wednesday halted a new Democratic drawn gerrymandered congressional map approved by voters that could flip 4 districts from red to blue.
Yeah, they're holding it back, but and there were 40,000 votes that just appeared in 5 minutes at the end of the voting session. And look at that. Okay. And the questions themselves, the yes/no questions, are so twisted and ridiculous. Lawyers have problems understanding what the question is really asking. So people who didn't know what the question was were answering it probably wrong.
Yes, because it was worded to make them answer it wrong.
Yeah, it was worded by Democrats to make you, and they told the Democrat people, hey, vote for this because this is what it does. They told the Republicans, oh no, vote for this because this is what it does. And but a lot of votes came out at the last minute, and that's going to come out. Trump already talked about that too.
Yeah. All right, next one. Thousands of layoffs in California and other states. So thousands of layoffs announced by these California companies. Let me get into that so I can let you know what these are. All right. It starts off with just a couple of them here. Employees of California companies, including ERN Services, VAC Bay Area Veterinary Specialist, C3AI, Wells Fargo, and Safari West, and Meta announced a cut of some 8,000 workers. Now, not all of them are in California.
No, all the remote ones are getting rid of.
That too. California's unemployment rate is around 5.5. No, it's not. It's around 7.9.
Yeah. Good night, Frenchie. She said good night. She's working hard.
Good night, Sandy. And job cuts compiled by Newsweek reflects a mix of restructuring efforts, cost-cutting measures, and in some cases, shifts tied to artificial intelligence and changing market conditions. Yeah, it's called taxes heaped upon businesses by the great nuisance and his horde of demon rat bandits. Iowa lawmakers passed bill to force public buildings to lower flags upon governor's order, so that if a person that of significance, senator, representatives, congressman, president, whatever, passes away, and they say, all right, we're going to lower the flag for respect. And certain public buildings are saying, no, we're not, because they're from the other party. And they say, no, you will do it or you'll face charges. So, yeah. This is a deep one, and it affects because Galen sent it to me, but it affects more than just Iowa. ag groups oppose railroad merger. So let me get in here quickly. Iowa Farm Bureaus, among several ag groups, other states as well, that have come out against a proposed merger of Union Pacific Railroad, UP, and Norfolk Southern, NS. The $85 billion deal's been in the work for some time, but in January, the Federal Surface Transportation Board rejected the initial merger application, calling it incomplete. Yeah, and so a bunch of agricultural economists have go, whoa, find all this stuff. We need to stop this totally, but yeah.
Why the agricultural people?
Well, basically, it's not going to save farmers money as promised. That it's actually going to cost. So basically, it's going to cost everybody more money because shipping the farm goods is going to cost more money now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's one of those ones of okay. This next one, U.S. soldier charged with suspected polymarket insider trading over Moderna raid. And so some soldier that had inside knowledge of what was going on did some online trading ahead of it and, violated
and he got caught.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. How come you just made 700% profit on all this money you dumped into the stock market?
See, he shouldn't have done it himself. He should have given it to somebody else to do it in a shell name like all the Congress people do.
Exactly.
But it's legal theft.
Shoot, I may have a Facebook meme up on specifically on this a little bit. USDA to establish food safety center in Urbandale, Iowa. Oh, wait a minute! You mean move the people from the USDA from Washington out to where they need to be, into a local or centralized center in the middle of agricultural country? Oh, wow! Hi, Vanessa Kitty's in the house. So, that's another one of these ones that, certain people of the right wing are pushing to drain the swamp and move people out to where they need to be. All right, that takes care of the news. Let's see if I can bring up the fake book stuff here. Okay, I believe this is going to be the one. And why it moved it over there? Got a stupid update from Microsoft. They forced on me, and it just screwing everything up.
I did the same thing. I couldn't shut the computer down without updating it. It wouldn't let you. You used to be able to choose update or just shut down. I just want to shut it down, and I would just leave the computer on in sleep mode. And when I opened it up the other day, nope, it updated. I'm like,
yeah, I deleted up. I got some up. Everything was clear on my updates. I got them deleted. 5 minutes later, the updates came back in again. I had to delete them again, and then 10 minutes later, I had to delete them again.
Yep.
All right, so let's get this one here. Let's see. Boom. France banned mail-in voting in 1975 due to fraud. Mexico banned mail-in voting in 1992 due to fraud. Belgium banned mail-in frauding in 2018 due to fraud.
Mail-in frauding?
Mail-in due to fraud, yeah. Sweden, Italy, Japan, Russia, Latin American countries, the Middle East do not allow mail-in votings. Democrats would have you believe that the 2020 election that had a staggering amount of mail-in voting was the most secure election in American history. Bullshit. Yeah. This is a corrected version that's been going on out there because some of those cities they were listing weren't in the proper order. And I looked this up. So U.S. has the third highest murder rate in the world. If you remove Chicago's 797, Philadelphia's 562, New York City's 488, Los Angeles is 402, Detroit's 309, totaling 2,558 murders in 5 cities, which is 11.11% of the U.S. total. Then the U.S. is 198 out of 193 countries in the world. All 5 cities have very strict gun control laws and are controlled by the demon rats.
Imagine my shock.
Yeah. I thought this one was just cute and funny. The Save America Act makes voting harder. It makes illegal voting harder. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Makes voting by illegals harder too. I want reparations for all my tax money that went to illegals. Wait a minute, that means I would get 75% of all the taxes I've paid for my entire life back. Oh, I would have one heck of a retirement fund. The Democrats will hold accountable those who committed fraud. Every Democrat on the Minnesota House Rules Committee just voted to block investigations of fraud under Tim Walz.
Of course they did.
You were on the payroll.
They're on the dole.
Yeah. No politician who supports gun control should get armed protection paid for by those they are trying to disarm. Yep. Oh, this is just so funny. Take a close look at where his pants are, the guy on the left.
Yes.
Doc, yeah. I'm having chest pains. Have you tried loosening your belt? He probably also has a certain part of his anatomy being squished and pulled up, too. Ouch.
Yeah, he's got the giant inseam pants.
So when people call you a tinfoil hat freak, never fail to remind them they don't make tinfoil anymore. It's aluminum foil. And aluminum is a receptor of radio waves, not a deflector like tinfoil it was. Let that sink in for a minute. They don't make tinfoil anymore. It's aluminum foil, and aluminum is a receptor of radio waves and not a deflector. Okay. Socialists, you guys always act like you're better than me. Logic, common sense, world history. Yeah. This I thought was a pretty cute one being thrown at them. Okay. He needed to go, but remember, it's true dirtbags like Eric Swalwell who make our influence peddling, mortgage fraud, and insider trading seem petty by comparison. Oh, you mean he was used as a sacrificial lamb to distract everybody from the fraud committed by the rest of the demon rats? Oh, this one was just plain nasty, but interesting. What many thought was holy water flowing from an elephant sculpture at an Indian temple was later revealed to be caused by a clogged toilet. Yeah.
Well, they eat cow poo over there anyway, so there is that.
If a gun owner is blocked for not locking up a weapon, why isn't the justice system blamed for releasing a repeat offender? And added that, and for releasing a illegal alien that has a federal hold on him. All right. So my wife is an accountant. She did 2 years internship for the IRS. She audits the company she works for. Every government department should face a full public audit every single year. If they can't show where the money went, they shouldn't get any more. Yep. And not only that, the department heads should be held responsible. Hang on, I want to shrunk down. Warning, beware of members of Congress pretending to be Americans.
You mean the dual citizen ones?
And those that are even single citizen that are pretending to be, oh, I'm a loyal American. We want to tax everyone, bring in all those illegal. Yeah. All right. I got a couple tagged that link to the same thing here. So Kamala Harris falsely accused Trump of coddling the Charlottesville white supremacist rally exactly 1 month after she was endorsed by the SPLC, the group planned, organized, and paid for the Charlotte white supremacist rally.
Yeah, that just came out.
Yeah. All right, this is from over in England. Room to rent, Muslim tenants only.
Yep.
When one of those pops up here in America, there's going to be holy shit flying around.
Well, they don't have to pop it up, but anyway.
Oh, I love this. Yay, Tennessee. Tennessee becomes the first U.S. the first U.S. state to require gun safety courses in all public schools.
Good.
I have sent a letter, email off to several of Idaho's senators and representatives saying, and I copied this picture in on it. Tennessee was the first. We need to be the second. However, I think that Montana or Texas is going to beat Idaho being the second one to require gun safety courses in public schools. I remember when they used to have courses in class. You know,
they had shooting clubs after school in the hallways next to the lockers.
Well, I know that was BB guns, but yeah. But they also had
they were 22s, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. This one shocked the heck out of me.
Can't read it. Make it
during an interview of NBC, former President Joe Biden slipped up and admitted that Barack Obama was called in to run the country, quote, when I got a little worn out, unquote. Mm-hmm. Even reporter Lester Holt was stunned. You're saying that when you weren't feeling up to it, an unelected former president was making decisions for the company? Well, I guess it's true, Biden replied. It doesn't sound so good when you put it like that. Biden's handlers ended the interview shortly after that.
Of course they did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Julie Gerberding, was the head of the CDC from 2002 to 2019. 2009. 7 years. From 2009 to the present, she has been president of Merck's $5 billion vaccine division. And then they threw in moving on up vaccine style. Yeah.
That's because she still has her connections at the CDC to say, yeah, this one's good. You have to use this one. Oh, add this one to the 97 other ones that the baby gets before they're even.
Oh, that not anymore, because she's out and they've started knocking them off, a lot of them off. But while she was in there was a big jump during those years, more than a doubling of the number of childhood vaccines required.
Of course, it makes some money in the short term and the long term, most of the long term.
Yeah. Well, she didn't receive any money during that time, but afterwards she got an insanely high-paying job.
Of course she did.
Then the Democratic Party supporting the KKK. Now it's the SPLC, Southern Provincial Law Center.
Southern Poverty Law Center.
Poverty. I couldn't tell there's a head in the way there. Yeah. So yeah. Yep.
That and the ADL is on the in the hot box now too.
Yeah. Texas bans lab-grown meat sales. Yeah, we need to get that done nationwide of any type of lab-grown or chemically treated meats.
Well, you got to think of this, and if you can do the math on it, you just go to like McDonald's, Burger King, any place that sells burgers, and look up how many pounds of raw beef burgers do they sell every year. And you look at that number, it's like, okay, where did all this beef come from? And then is it really beef? What's really in your burger?
Oh, Kaylin says, ooh, the military is now saying flu shots are going to be optional. Yay!
Yeah, they just said that. Yep. Flu shots and anything else that you deem. You can get them if you want them, but, we're not telling you have to get it.
Yeah. Florida did it last year or the year before. More states are banning the lab-grown meat. This one was just plain funny. The guy with 2 rocks said he'd be here to restart the fire between 10 and 4. The furnace repairman's going to be here between 10 and 4. Yeah.
Your cable guy's on his way.
Here's a meme on Florida's Democrats trying to fix the game. Oh, so the Santa Ynez pipeline is back online, producing 60,000 barrels of American oil a day, creating 100 new jobs and generating $5 million in tax revenue for a state drowning in debt, California. Newsom is in court trying to shut it down. That tells you everything you need to know about his priorities.
He'll send one of his goons to blow something up.
Another one on the Virginia court ruling. So the court ruled it was unconstitutional and is now blocking certification. All right, so one Congress member attacked ICE agents. One is accused of rape. One faces immigration fraud charges. One stole from FEMA, and they're all still in Congress collecting paychecks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one that attacked the ICE agents, the ICE agents should have just, they realized who that person was during the actual act. They should just body slam them, hook that person up, and hauled them off, and got Homeland Security, to take him down to Gitmo as a domestic terrorist. This one is funny. Let me make this a little bit bigger again. This is how the police found one of the 3 missing PETA protesters who chose a biker rally to whine about leather usage. Yes, that is duct tape. And they take them to a tree and, gagged them. And I believe, that's the last one.
I thought I sent you one yesterday or the day before. I'm pretty sure I sent it to Gray Man.
Let me check.
I titled it.
Kaylin sent me one just as I was getting ready to kick this off. Former Charles gymnastic coach plans to plead guilty to child pornography charges.
Shocker.
Hey, get rid of that one. Yeah. All right. Let's let me bring up. Go back here to drop that down. Oh, you sent me one. That was one of the first ones I read off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was back. From Virginia. Minivan.
Right.
Yeah, you said we did the minivan already.
Right.
Let me get back over here. There we are. Sent a comment.
Comment related
one. That one I don't see. Oh, there's that one. I didn't see.
Yeah, I sent you the story. I also sent you a meme.
Yeah.
Look. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm looking here. I don't see the one Kaylin sent here on the comment. Yeah. But if it supposedly arrived during the updates, I had some an email from my wife disappeared during a update.
Yeah, that's probably what. Well, mine was in the iCloud. I just had to sign back in again.
Yeah. Oh, there was a real cool. It was totally hilarious. It was a real video on Facebook. And there's a nice, gorgeous chunk of meat there, all grilled up and everything. And the guy's talking, he goes, "Yeah, I just love good vegan food." And he makes a cut and flips the one half over. This here is from this is from 100% vegan cow. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
It was like, yes. There was one. I had another one. I don't know what happened to it, but basically it was showing, talking about. It was a doctor up there. It was on a stage. I had a video link somewhere. I'm not sure what happened to it. But basically, she's talking about the different animals and the acidity rate of their stomach going through, and cows are very not very acidic because they're begins with an R, ruminant or whatever, because they have multiple stomachs and they don't digest the meat. Digest the grass. They process it and get the bacteria growing, and they take the bacteria off the grass and stuff, so they can process stuff. And then it talked about the humans. The acidity level of human stomach is
like 3, isn't it? 3.5
or lower.
Yeah.
It's more acidic than like dogs and some other some 100% carnivore animals like lions and stuff.
Yeah.
And thank you, Kaylin. And people say, "Oh, look at our teeth! Our teeth are designed for this." No, our teeth are not. The reason why we don't have big canines and stuff, because we're not running down, tackling live animals and ripping them apart. But our digestive system is built for meat over
vegetables,
vegetables and stuff. And they go in also to explain that our body does not process certain things like spinach properly. It doesn't pull like all the iron out of spinach, but what it does pull out is the oxalates, which cause kidney stones, but it doesn't properly do it. And mostly fiber foods doesn't process those at all. Those just go right on through.
Yeah, we don't have fangs and all that stuff. No, we have thumbs.
Now we have some
yeah, we got little fangs
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but we have thumbs. So we don't need we can take our meat apart with our hands.
I'm an omnivore. I eat most anything that doesn't eat me first.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. My dad, back in, trying to remember when, okay, it was before 1956 when he met my mom and got married to her. He was a special deputy sheriff for Clark County, Nevada. He also rode with the original Big Daddy of the Hells Angels back when it was a Korean veteran motorcycle group. So yeah, and he goes, those guys were tough, scary guys because they were Korean War and World War II veterans. Yeah. Yeah. Any crazy things you've been seeing in your local news about stupid demon rat antics they're trying to get away with?
It's everywhere. You just have to look for the news article.
Yeah.
So, you're not going to find it on CNN, Fox, or ABC or anything like that. They just don't talk about it.
Yeah, the originals were something else. Yeah, but later greed and bad stuff just messed it up. What was the one I saw? I saw a news article, but it wasn't one I could just pop over into an email here. Shoot. Crap, I just had a squirrel moment on it. Sorry, folks. But yeah, there was some interesting stupidity going on, closer to Mark than Kalen. Oh, I'm getting county post in the city of Basalt and city of Firth across the rail tracks Facebook pages about the current state was a representative or a state senator Republican who was the only one of the Republicans that voted against the ban of allowing men in girls' bathrooms.
That's because they said that. That's because he said that they said that they are girls. No, they're not.
Yeah. So this is another one of those Democrats pretending to be, registering as a Republican. And there is a big move, and he's up for re-election this year. And there's a big push to kick his butt out.
He was on Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, yippee. I heard about it, didn't watch it either.
Yeah.
They're all softball loaded questions, so he could say his talking points. That's all.
Yeah. Some here want automatic Yeah, tax increase every year like California. Yeah. Son. Yeah. There is some crazy crap going on out there, folks. All right, it's been an hour.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep. I got to take my wife for a nursing test tomorrow morning early. She'll get up super early. I'm like, great. Throw the kettle on the stove so I can have my coffee as soon as I come downstairs.
Yeah, I'm starting to get most of these loaded up here. So tomorrow night on Camp Patton is chicken tractor versus movable fencing. And I actually found several where they were using both of them together. So some pictures of that. So I have some interesting pictures for you guys. We talked about the benefits of a chicken tractor versus movable fencing, electric fencing, of course, to keep chickens in and predators out. Saturday evening on Survival Saturday, after the FEMA detention camps start up, what are your plans? Monday, we're going to try another shot at it here, making and preserving gravy. Last Monday,
Tammy was sick. Yeah,
Tammy was really sick, and I was really feeling kind of dizzy and stuff. So I just postponed it. Tuesday on Gray Man Prepping, talk about staying hydrated and the need for electrolyte water. And we'll talk about several options that are out there and several things not to use because they're not what they were back when they first came out.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be talking about that on Tuesday. And then, of course, we got number 18 for the Midnight Ride next Thursday. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming in. And we're going to wrap it up here. And I froze. So remember, stay happy. No matter what life throws at you, stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps, water, food, medicine, clothing. And we'll hopefully see you tomorrow over on Camp Patton Family Compound. Take care, everyone.
Have a good night.